If there's something that is true, it's that you can make anything creepy by just putting some music over it and talking like with a deep voice and a really serious voice. So that's what I'm gonna do today with Talking Tom and Friends, which is a cartoon on YouTube, and I've actually made a Iceberg on it, and I wanted to make it into a video. So here we go into the first layer. Talking Tom Sings Nacho Libre is the first video that was on the Talking Tom and Friends channel. I don't know if there was a video before it, but there's the one you can see right now. I'll play a little clip of it.
I use my hand to wipe my tears, to kiss your mouth, I break my vow. No, wait, Jose. Unless you want to, then we break our vows together.
Outfit 7 changed logos for the past logos that Outfit 7, the makers of Talking Tom and Friends, had in the past. Talking Tom is on Netflix, so if you have a Netflix account, you can watch it there. Steve, Hobbs, and Bosniak were two characters in Talking Tom and Friends, obviously based off of Steve Jobs, Steve Bosniak. Alright, so that was the first layer of the Talking Tom and Friends iceberg. So now we're going to go on to the second one. Get prepared, I guess. So to get interesting in here. Flappy Tom is a copy of Flappy Bird. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. I mean, they're basically the exact same game, and the only difference is that the art style is kind of different, and instead of a bird, you're Tom. In season 4, all the Talking Tom characters got, well, the main cast, they all got new clothes. And before, most of them didn't have any, except for Angela. But Angela got new clothes as well. Another change in season 4 was that there was a new intro. It's not said on how much money Tom or Ben have, or how much their whole company had, but they're always short on the bill, like paying the landlord the rent money. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that they don't have a lot of money. Brain Farts is a series of videos in the Talking Tom and Friends channel, and they currently have about 19 videos of Brain Farts, and they're all like videos including Tom, and he's just like talking to the camera like a little, it's just a video with him. The videos are kind of interesting, but they don't have the voice actor for Tom that you regularly hear in the videos. It's some other person, so it's kind of strange. The older games had a lot of microtransactions, but every single game has that. Like, every single game on mobile is probably gonna have some microtransactions, so it's pretty much it. It seems that Ben has something wrong with his voice, like a disorder of some sorts. Like, take a look at this clip and hear how he stutters.
For the whole year. Lucky for you, I've prepared something that's really going to impress the crowd.
Our cyclical municipal dynamics of... Ben, this is just a boring speech.
Boring speech? It's a detailed summary of the state of the town.
So that was the second layer on the Talking Tom and Friends iceberg. So now there's nowhere to go but lower. Noodle Spoons is a game played in Talking Tom and Friends in Season 1, Episode 46. It's a gambling game, and Ginger cannot play at first, but then later in the episode he is allowed to play to beat the landlord. The name comes from the fact that the game involves noodles and spoons. Season 6 being delayed due to COVID-19 is not really much of a shock. A lot of things are going to get delayed due to COVID-19. A lot of things are getting delayed or have been delayed due to COVID-19. So that's probably something that happened to season 6. There are 2 videos in the behind the scenes for Talking Tom and Friends. One of them goes over the voices for the characters, including Tom, Ben, Rhonda, Angela, Ginger. And the other one goes on the animation and stuff like that. I would take a look at those videos if you're interested. They're pretty nice. The Talking Angela app scandal was when a bunch of people thought that the Angela app in the App Store and Google Play Store had some weird exploit that allowed pedophiles and people like that to talk to your kids. It was all fake, but it didn't make the app look good, so Outfit 7 removed a bunch of features that let you talk with a robot in the app. And yeah, it kind of sucked for them, but it was never real, and I'm pretty sure everybody found out that it wasn't real, so. Santa's a character that appears in Talking Tom and Friends, and in season 5 he did get a character change, but it was minor, and he still appears in videos to this day. Outfit 7 has a lot of games on the App Store and Play Store. They have like 4 different Talking Tom games, 2 different Angela games, 1 with Tom and Angela. It's a lot of them, and they're pretty interesting to look at right now, but to play them, not really. Miss Perfect is the name that Becca Sparkles gives Angela in the diss track that she did against her. Miss Vanthrax supernatural abilities. Yeah, sometimes Miss Vanthrax does something really strange, like in the first video that she was in, where she just like levitated towards Tom, like some weird monster. It's something that a normal human can't do, so it must be supernatural.
Remember, discipline begins at home.
We got the machine. Let's scram! I mean, shall we leave, Mother and Father?
See what I mean, prankster?
Oh, and one more thing. I recognized...
Outfit 7 alternative logos is the past logos that Outfit 7 has had. It is not known if someone was injured in the town party, because there was a giant fire and buildings were on fire somehow, so that's kind of strange. There could be an alternative timeline in the Talking Tom and Friends universe. There was multiple Bens when Ben and Tom were going through time to stop things from happening, and you never know if there could be a timeline that something else happened. It isn't mentioned on when it takes place and what year it takes place, but I'm gonna have to assume that it takes place during a modern area, because they have a lot of the same technology that we have. Talking Tom France vs England.m4b is the last video on the channel that is just gameplay and it's not like a trailer or an animation. All of the videos before it were just screen recordings of inside of the apps, and after that it was professional stuff with trailers and animations. The voice actor for Ginger is actually a woman, so if you didn't know what she looked like or what her name is, then I'll put it up on the screen right now. It is a possibility that the school is haunted because of all the weird things that happen there. There's not really much said on Hank's backstory. All we know about him is that he used to live in France, he used to be a magician but Illusion Jack stole his act, and he also used to be a hypnotist. He said he used to live in French, but that's obviously he meant to say he used to live in France. He also thought of making Talking Tom app. In season 4 episode 13, it is revealed that Miss Vanthrax is a monster hunter and Ginger is there to witness it. In season 1 episode 43, Xenon is invited to a game of basements and banshees, and she is given a password to get in. She does not remember the password, so she says that it looks like hamburgers. We never find out what the actual password was, and she is still let inside the game. Ginger and Becca have the same voice actress, which is Maria Bamford. Maria Bamford also voices Autumn Summers, the Scarf Lady. Alternative timeline Hank kicks Angela. In season 1 episode 3, Tom and Ben are using a machine to see into their future. Then they get the idea to see what the future would be like with Hank and Angela involved, and it shows that Hank and Angela would be married. This makes Tom scream no and proceed to hit the machine with a mallet. Wendy is a character that mostly appears in the diner crying. He may be crying most of the time for having gotten his heart broken. In season 5 episode 2, there is a group called the Pasta Mafia. They are mentioned as being dangerous. The animation style has changed over time, but it hasn't been too sudden to where you suddenly notice, but it has changed over time. When you watch the most recent animation to the first one, you're going to notice that there is a change, but that's bound to happen since it's been going on for such a long time. In season 3 episode 15, the MC becomes a librarian after falling out of being an MC. He almost takes off his helmet, but he stops midway, and we don't get to see what he looks like.
I don't know. I don't think that's true. My mojo is gone. I'm sorry. My days of being the MC are behind me. Now I'm just Maurice Claremont. I don't know why I'm even wearing this anymore. No! Don't do it! Please! No! Oh, come on! Hank is reacting to something very dramatic.
Stop shushing us!
Huh. All that shushing almost sounds like a fresh new rhythm.
In season 1 episode 16, Ginger says this.
You're just a kid, so...
What? I lost a part because I'm a kid? Angela's playing an old police chief! Oh, you don't think a girl can be a police chief?
In season 1 episode 42, there is confirmation that shows a parallel universe to the Talking Tom and Friends universe. This is one of the furthest out submissions in the Iceberg, but I believe that Ben is going a bit crazy with all the things going around him, as he is the only one to show strange behaviors. Angie Fierce is Angela's alter ego shown in season 2 episode 22. Angie Fierce is Angela's less shy version and more of a rebel. She isn't as nice and she's pretty mean actually, and the episode ends with her she disappears and she goes into the hat, but then the hat starts to come back to life and it's never heard from again. And maybe you never know until they come back. Rhonda is Ben's mom. This will only make sense if you listen to this clip right here.
What's happening here?
What?
Take care, Tom.
Well, this is it.
Goodbye, Ma.
Where are you going, Ben?
To the moon, Mom. To the moon.
It kinda sounds like Rhonda, doesn't it? Kim Kardashian is referring to an old video that was uploaded on the Talking Tom and Friends channel. It's called Talking Ben Rejects Kim Kardashian Again, and it's a weird video because it mentions Kim Kardashian, which I didn't expect from Talking Tom and Friends. Tom's parents were not shown in Talking Tom and Friends. Maurice Claremont is the MC's real name. There are no mentions of God in Talking Tom and Friends, but I don't really expect there to be any because it's just a cartoon, so it doesn't really matter. In just every cartoon, there's going to be duplicates of a single model or person in an episode or like a bunch of episodes. Like for example, you might have this model of this person, and instead of being two places at the same time. But that doesn't really mean anything. It's just the people making the episode using the models they already made in other places. The CEO tried to make a robot version of Tom, and it looked exactly like him, somehow.
What's going on here?
Jeff?
Who's he?
Yeah, Ben. Who is he? To this day, we actually don't know who he is. He kind of looks like the MC, but it's just because of the helmet. The CEO's hate for Tom has gone from being a little, oh, I really don't like him, to trying to throw him off a building. Gilbert is a machine that Ben bought from Gil and Bert, and the machine turns out to be like a automatic phone picker-upper. He picks up the phone to answer calls, and he turns out to be evil and tries to become everybody's friend, only by force. And they end up stashing him in the closet, and Ginger picks him up, and he says,
Hello, Gilbert. Are you my friend?
Yes.
And friends will do anything for each other, right?
yeah, well, that's definitely not the end of the world. In season 1, episode 7, Ben makes this face, which looks really, really weird. Outfit 7's animation before 2014 was really strange. It didn't look as well as it did right now, and well, I'll just play a clip of it, you'll see how it looks.
We're bad to the bone. Bad. Oh, please. The 20s were the cat's meow.
Incorrect. The 60s were.
The Sundown Sector is an episode in Talking Tom and Friends where Ginger teleports all the cast, like Tom, Angela, Hank, Ben, into his phone somehow. It's a really strange episode, and it doesn't really make much sense on what the Sundown Sector is. Like, is it another dimension that Ginger uses a special modern phone to take them to? I don't. It's a really interesting thing to think about, because the Sundown Sector is like a parody, or like it's supposed to mimic the Twilight Zone. I don't know much about it, but it's kind of like that. It's just a very strange episode, and it's one of those episodes that you can't really explain without having to watch it first. Ben brain trauma caused by season 1 episode 5 electric shock. In season 1 episode 5, Ben is taken to a lab to be tested on, and he doesn't know that he's being tested on until they tell him that he's actually being tested on. He thought he was the guest scientist, but he's actually a test subject. And they hit him with some electric ray that makes him magnetic. Well, not an electric ray. They hit him with an electromagnetic field, and he is then magnetic. But I think he got brain injury, and brain injury is defined by a head injury caused by damage to the brain by external force or mechanism. And the mechanism by use to shoot him with an electromagnetic field may have caused something to go wrong with him, and that is why he acts really weird. And sometimes he goes, and sometimes he acts really weird like that. That may have been the reason why his face was deformed in that one episode, but that might have happened before or after, or that might have happened before he looked like that. So there's my little theory right there. Ben is dead. He might not be dead, but he might be mechanical. Back to the video when he got shocked by an electromagnetic field. What if he was magnetic not because of the shock, but because metal was getting attracted to the mechanical parts inside of him? Tom's suicide. In season 3, episode 1, Tom is heartbroken because Ricky DeLuna is trying to steal Angela from him. In an act of desperation, he decides to use this weapon on himself that wipes out any romantic feelings. And it kinda looks like he's gonna kill himself.
Unless he used Ben's machine, I guess. But that's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
The moon is alive. The moon is of course alive. It is capable of being in romantic relations and communicating with humanity by Wi-Fi. The moon was dating Ben until Ben broke up with the moon, after finding out that the moon was dating someone else already. The moon has not made an appearance ever since, although it has been mentioned later in future episodes. Talking Friends is canon. The old cartoon published by Disney, is it canon or is it not canon? If it is canon, does that mean that there is an anthro bird in Talking Tom and Friends City? It's probably not canon, but it is something to think about. Acquisition by Chinese company. Outfit 7 was bought by a Chinese company, and here is the Wikipedia article if you want to know more. To keep it short, Outfit 7 was sold for $1 billion.
Karaoke try you ho eng ampersand bisu and my Angeles Christmas of American Airlines USA episode 1.
This is a video uploaded by a channel that uploads a bunch of karaoke videos with Talk Tom and Friends footage. And this video I found was 2 hours long with 30 minutes. And it's just something really strange, I don't know what it is. So I put it in this iceberg for that reason. The fastapic world is purgatory. In season 1 episode 34, Tom gets 1 million followers on fastapic, and he is summoned into the world of fastapic. Angela finds Tom and they get out of there by losing their 1 million followers, by posting gross photos. What if they never lost followers? Would they be stuck in there forever? And that is why I think that fastapic world is purgatory. It would be hell if you couldn't get out, but you can get out because if you lose 1 million subscribers, then you get out. I'm just saying, what if you didn't lose 1 million subscribers? What if nobody wanted to unfollow you? You would be there forever. And that is the end of the Talking Tom and Friends Iceberg video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope the video was fun to watch. If you want the iceberg chart, the original image will be in the description of the video. Thanks for watching and have a good day.